Hey guys, and welcome to my channel Glen. My name's Glenn and I'm new to the cryptocurrency world, and I'm looking to try and mine as much cryptocurrency as I can, starting on a very small budget. So I started this journey about 3 weeks ago, and I've been vlogging almost every day since to see where I'm getting to and what's the best route to take, because I didn't realize when I entered this space that there were so many routes and options that you could go down. So obviously I'm trying to find the best path for me, and I'm trying to show that in my video. So feel free to go back to the beginning of my videos and watch how I've got from where I am to what conclusion I've come to now. And I'll be doing these videos sort of every day or almost every day, just to sort of update you guys and let you know where I'm going right, where I'm going wrong, if there's money to be made, if there's not money to be made. So today I want to talk about Hashflare, which is a cloud mining site. And I've spoke about them in the past, but very briefly, and I've just said, oh yeah, this is a site, blah blah blah. Today I actually want to talk about the earning potential of Hashflare. But before I get into all that, let's just have a quick look at the market so you guys know that what I'm saying today, right now on December the 11th, is where the situation was at this point in time. Obviously down the line, 6 months, year, if you're watching this video a year later, obviously it could be completely different. So please do your own research and try and do your own calculations of what you think is going to be the best investment for you. So let's have a little look at the markets. Oh, my face has disappeared. Float to top. So today, let's refresh this so it's up to date and live. So everything as of yesterday, which was Sunday, December the 10th, everything was down. It was all red. Everything was minus. Bitcoin came back a tiny little bit towards the end of the day, but generally it was down all day. Today it's the opposite story. Everything's green. So Bitcoin and Litecoin are both up, which is good news. And obviously that's good for me because that's the two currencies that I have currently in my wallet. So moving on from that, so currently Bitcoin is worth, it says here, 16,700, which is excellent. Obviously mining these coins, the route that I was going to go down, if you'd watched my previous videos, was to get a Antminer S9, which I'm struggling to get hold of. Currently, in this point in time, they're sold out on their website, and I believe they've been sold out for a while. You can, when they start to pop up on their website, you're buying a pre-order for sort of 3 to 4 months down the road. So they're sort of like March time. The people that have got them, that are available to sell them today, obviously, and understandably so, because they're in such demand, they want sort of 3-4 thousand British pounds. So that's like $4,000 to $5,000. The actual Antminer S9 on the Bitmain website is about $1,400. The only other cost really you've got to take into account after that are the power unit, which you have to buy separate. It doesn't come with the unit, so that's an extra about $120, I'd say. So you're looking at $1,400 plus $120. Then for shipping from, I believe they're made in China, to the UK is about $150. So now we're talking, let's just do quick sums. $1,415 for the unit, plus $120 for the power supply, plus $159, I believe they quoted, via UPS, that was. So that's $1,694. Once it comes into the UK, I found out the other day that I believe I'd have to pay VAT and tax on that. VAT currently in the UK is 20%, so you've got to add another 20% onto that. So now you're talking more in the realm of sort of £2,000. So that's the sort of money I was looking to buy with an Antminer S9. Now Antminer S9s generally run at sort of 13.5 to 14 terahashes per second, which is excellent. But then obviously you have to take into account electricity costs each month as well. So you wouldn't want them running at full capacity all the time, 24/7, because eventually they're just going to burn out, supposedly. So you'd want them running sort of really about the 12.5 mark. I think that's the higher end optimal level. So they said between 10 and 12 is like the optimal running of each machine. So say you set it at 12.5. For this video example, I'm going to use 12 because it's nice round numbers then. To actually go on Hashflare, their website, you can buy 12 terahashes of power, so equivalent to an Antminer S9, for $1,800, which if we compare that to obviously our costings, which was it, 1694 I believe, you're talking about £100 difference, $100, sorry. $106 difference between the two. But obviously with these guys you're paying them a fee rather than paying electricity, so that's sort of near or there. So this is where I'm at the moment, at my point in time in my life, in my mining cryptocurrency career. I believe that the cloud mining is the best way to go for someone that can't get hold of the equipment anyway. If you've got some out there, great. If you've got 3 or 4 of them, then obviously you're going to be earning a really good return at the moment. So I started looking at, you've got Genesis Mining, which was my first point of call. That seems to be the one that's advertised the most on YouTube and sort of Twitter and Instagram. They're the ones I always see people talking about. But they're all sold out. So if I just show you, I won't go into, I'll have to log in and everything. But my Genesis Mining, as of today, you can't actually, sign me in automatically. Brilliant. You can't buy, if I go to buy hash power, the only thing that's available is Monero. They don't offer Bitcoin, Ethereum, they're all sold out. Now they offer lifetime contracts, so when you mine with them, they take a fairly largish, admin fee or maintenance fee, whatever you want to call it, but their contracts are lifetime. So as long as the amount of power that you've bought remains profitable, so say you bought 1 terahash off them, as long as 1 terahash will generate enough income for you to get an amount that's more than the Bitcoin fees and also cover their maintenance costs, then they'll carry on going. If it doesn't, then that contract terminates automatically, I believe. So then you would have to renew another one at maybe a higher hash rate. So I think that's how it works with Genesis Mining. Now they're all sold out, which is good news for them, and obviously it's a testament to how popular they are. So then I started looking at other cloud mining services. There was a few on the list that I've been put off by. So NiceHash was one. That recently just got hacked, and loads of people lost out on their Bitcoin. So a lot of their Bitcoins got withdrawn. So that's a no-go. And I think their website's currently down at the minute. There was another one called Hashing24, and apparently they've had some issues, so some of their services are not available, so that's sort of really put me off for a bit. And then the other main one is Hashflare. So when I first joined Hashflare, I couldn't get my head around their website, and there's a lot of information on here, which is great for someone who's really technical. But for me, I was like, I don't get it. What is all these numbers and that? But I've been playing about with it now for a couple of weeks. Only small amounts of money, which I'll show you my history, just so you get an idea of where I'm at. Because you might be sitting there thinking, oh, Glenn, I haven't got, hundreds and hundreds of pounds to invest into it. But I actually started using this website with, I think, $12. So about £8 in UK money. Oh, I need my phone for this. Sorry, I should have done this before I started recording, really. But yeah, if you feel like you want to get involved, don't let your budget sort of hold you back. Just only spend what you're willing to wake up one day and lose. So let's log into that. Because obviously these websites, you're trusting another company with your money and your details, and obviously your Bitcoin investment. So a couple of tips. Obviously, if you can withdraw any funds, I would highly suggest you withdraw them and put them into sort of like a hard wallet. So like the ledger-nano S. If you go to my channel, there's a video up there about the ledger-nano S, and I'm currently doing an unboxing and review of the hardware wallet. I currently store mine in Exodus, but I'm looking to spend mine within the next sort of week or two, so I know that my money's going to be gone, so I haven't got to worry about it just yet. So I don't mind leaving it on a software wallet. So we were going to go to my history. So you can see here, I actually tried to purchase Ethereum mining power for $59, but for some reason it cancelled. Don't know why. I believe they have I don't know, it says there connect and transfer. I don't know what that means, but anyway, the next purchase I bought was $12.61, and that started on the 30th of November, so 12 days ago. And since then I've had a couple of other purchases, but I'll talk about them in a second. So I've started on a very small budget. So if you're sitting there thinking, Glenn, I've only got $10 or $100, I don't really want to go in too deep, you know, Hashflare is a great opportunity, because I believe with Genesis Mining they had either set packages or you had to buy a certain amount of terahashes. So I believe with them at the time I was a bit skeptical about the whole cloud mining thing, and they wanted quite a few $100s before I got going. So I didn't actually go ahead with them at the time. So Hashflare gives you a great opportunity because they start from $1.50. That's for 10 gigahashes. And how they work is their machines, I believe, mine whatever coin's most profitable, and then at the end of the day they pay you in Bitcoin. So they convert it all for you and you just receive Bitcoin. You don't see any of the you know, other stuff going on. So they have a maintenance fee. So for every 10 gigahashes of power that you purchase over the course of every 24 hours, you pay a fee of 0.0035 cent, if you like. So that's really cheap. It's really easy to get into. Click buy now. You create an account, and then away you go. So the contracts, these are not lifetime contracts. These are 1 year, so 12 months. So all these figures you've got to bear in mind are for 365 days, and then it terminates. After that, it's up to you if you renew it, but you'd have to pay whatever their prices are at that point in time, which obviously I don't know what they'll be. I assume they'll keep going up with the cost of mining and coins. So along here you can see that they give you how much power you've got. I've chosen SHA-256 as the algorithm that I'm mining. There is another one, Script. I don't know the difference between the two, to be honest. Someone might be able to comment down below. And to be honest, I'm not too fast. Unless there was one that was a lot better than the other, then I'm not too fast. I had a look online and there wasn't too much information about the main differences between the two. You can also mine for Ethereum, Zcash, and I can't remember what the other one is, but for this purposes we're just going to be looking at Bitcoin. So this is a forecast of what you've earned when you've got paid out, when you've withdrawn. So at the minute I've got a balance of 0.00015527. Very small amount. Let's see what that actually equates to in dollars as of today. We'll do Bitcoin to dollar. Google normally have a, there we go. Oh, British pounds. We want dollars. USA dollars. So it equates to $2.62 in my account as of now. So that's how much I've got. So I recently just purchased extra power actually, because I started off, like you probably are watching this, very unsure and very skeptical. I started off with a very small investment to see how it worked, and then I started to receive Bitcoin. So if I go further down, here's all the transactions. So this is every time the black ones are every time you get paid out. So on the 8th of the 12th I got paid 0.0000203. Then up here is their maintenance fee. So do you remember the 0.0035 cent they charge? That comes out every day from what you've earned. So there's the actual real money world terms. And they started paying out. So this started making me think, okay, so, you know, I can withdraw these money. You know, I'm receiving funds. So I started to feel more confident. Then I've done a little bit of research on hash mining, Hashflare. So we'll go over to Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram if you like at bitglen. And they have sort of videos and pictures of, oh, does it let you view it on here? No. I can't view them. Oh, maybe it's only on the phone you can view them. But on their Instagram page and Twitter as well, they have photos, videos of the mining equipment they have, pictures of the staff, conferences they go to and stuff like that. I've actually messaged them and said, this was only today though, I haven't had a response back yet, would they be interested if a YouTuber came along and sort of videoed the setup that they've got and sort of the equipment. So I'm waiting to hear back from that, and if I do, obviously you'll be the first to see it. So anyway, this is what I've bought so far. I've just recently upgraded and bought 1 whole terahash, so now I've upped my investment of $150 to get the 1 terahash. So now my figures that I'm actually receiving obviously are going to dramatically change from $12 to $150, or I'd like to think so anyway. So this is what they predict, and bearing in mind this is without the fees taken out, so this is just what they think they're going to pay out. There's fees to come off all these figures. So they're saying that every day I should now start earning $3. Every week I should start earning $21, and a month, and then 6 months, and then a year. So from my $150, they're saying that I should get $1,098, then minus the fees, which I assume is going to equate to about, I'd say $100, maybe $150. So still a very good return, very profitable. You know, there's not many things where you can put your money into something and then a year later it's worth 10 times more than what it was. You know, it's very unheard of. So this is all based on the price of the coin, the Bitcoin, and also the difficulty of mining it. So if this drops down dramatically, then these contracts will not be profitable. If the mining jumps up dramatically, again, the profits on this are going to be a lot lower than what I'm quoting you today. But as of today, we've got a decent amount of mining difficulty. The price of the coin is good. So these offer very attractive looking investments as at the moment. So anyway, back to my story. So I wanted the Antminer S9. So then it brought me to this website. So I thought, right, I wonder how much an Antminer S9 worth of power would cost. So let's bring this all the way up to 12 terahashes, 1,800. So very similar to the price of the Antminer. Then I went over to a website called Coin Wars, and this actually shows you, it's got a calculator of what you should be expecting to earn. Now I put in 12,000 gigahashes, so there's 1,000 gigahash for 1 terahash. So we put that in there. Obviously I'm paying nothing for power, I'm paying nothing electricity costs. Pool fees, let's just set them to 0 for the moment because I want to show you how I got to that calculation. And obviously the actual investment, the hardware cost if you like, is $1,800 as we saw. So we'll calculate that based on today's prices of the coin. They're saying that to break even, so to get my 1,800 back, it's going to take 61 days. That's 2 months. And this is a breakdown of what I should earn. So bearing in mind these are without fees. So $29 a day, $205 a week, $882 a month, and yearly $10,700. So let's work out the fees because we want to know what the real world, what's Glen going to receive out of this. So we've got 12,000 terahash. We're going to divide that because if you remember earlier, it's for every 10 gigahashes you pay this fee. So for every 10 gigahash, obviously we've got 12,000, so that's 1,200 lots of fees that we're going to pay, times that by 0.0035. So $4.20. That is what we're going to pay every single day for a fee. So we're going to minus off, so we've got $29.40 minus 4.2. That gives us a profit of $25.20. We're going to times that by 365 for the whole year, and that is actually what we're probably more likely to receive if the difficulty stays as it is today and if the coin stays as it is today. We should receive from our investment of 1,800 over the year 9,198, which is probably about 6 to 7 times your money. Well, let's find out actually. Oh no, I don't want 0.5, so that's 5 times your money. So again, very attractive. Anyway, you know, very profitable as it is today. So just bear that in mind. So this got me thinking, right, okay, I'll give it a go. I'll try it, see what it's like. But then I was looking through this website and I started to receive money from obviously the mining operation. And when I went to my history, I thought, why is this? Why have I got no Bitcoin? What's going on? Why does it keep going down? Then I realised that I actually clicked this button here. Sorry, I know I'm jumping from page to page. I get too excited. So there's a button up here which you can either withdraw your funds or you can reinvest. So let's check out what that means. Reinvest. The reinvest function allows you to automatically buy additional hash rate as soon as your balance allows it. Activating this function will use your current balance to purchase the maximum possible amount of hash rate. After every payout, the system will check your balance is sufficient to purchase at least the minimum amount of hash rate. If it is, then the purchase will be created automatically confirmed. Now what that means in short world terms, every time I receive Bitcoin every day, Hashflare are using whatever balance I've got in Bitcoin and buying me more hash rate. So I started thinking, is this a good thing or not? Like, you know, because then I'm never ever going to receive any money. But then obviously for that, I'm receiving more and more hash rate. So it got me thinking, the amount that I'm mining every day is slowly creeping up because I'm gaining more and more hash rate. So if we look at this on my history, I bought $12 worth of mining. Then you can see here it says reinvest transfer. So I received $7.50. That went into extra hash power. Then I received $1.50. I went into more hash power. And this is one I've actually bought myself using Bitcoin. So then it sort of clicked in my head, well, surely that means at the end of the year, I'm going to have a lot more hash power than I started off with, as long as obviously these contracts are available. So if we was to buy 12,000 12 terahashes, obviously I should be generating, as we saw on that chart, where is it? $29.40. Now obviously we've got to put in there, you remember that 0.0035, that works out to be about 14.25% as I've worked out, I've done the maths earlier. So this is actually real world what we should be earning. So there it says 9,200 for the year. So I thought, right, if I'm then receiving $25 worth of Bitcoin a day, if Hashflare reinvests that for me every single day, let's see what $25 worth of hash rate gets us. We'll move this little chart along. So 25, there we go, $24 gets you 160 gigahashes. But you're gaining that every single day. So towards the end of the year, you're going to have sort of, I don't know, 365 different contracts if they're available, with obviously different amounts of gigahashes. So if we do 160 gigahashes times 365 days of the year, we're going to have an additional 58 terahashes plus our 12,000 that we originally bought. We're going to have about 70 terahashes. Now, if you work out, based on our sums that we've done, so we're going to keep the fees at 14%. We're going to put in 70, what did that say? 70 and 400. So that's how much gigahashes we're going to have, no power costs, the difficulty, obviously the coin reward, that changes in 2 years' time, so bear that in mind, I believe, anyway. So let's calculate that. So now, towards the end of that year, I should be then earning $147, that's after the fees, $1,000 a week, 4,000 a month, and then yearly 53,000. So this absolutely blew my mind, and I thought, well, that makes sense, because if I buy an Antminer S9, I set that up in my garage shed down the end of the garden. Obviously that's only ever going to mine at 12 terahashes. If anything, there's going to be downtimes. It's going to slow down. I'm going to have to turn it off for some reason. We might have a power cut one day. You know, so it's only ever going to really be slower than that. So I thought, well, it's never going to get faster. It's never going to ramp up. The only way that I could do that is every month that I earn money from an S9 is to literally go out and buy another S9. So every 2 to 3 months I go out and buy another S9, and then I would start generating these sort of figures. For me personally, my goal when I started doing this cryptocurrency is that I would love to own one whole Bitcoin. So, you know, 1.00 of a Bitcoin. Don't ask me why, but just a bit of OCD. I just thought I want to own one whole Bitcoin that I can say I own one of the 21 million that's available, because I believe that in the future they're going to be worth so much more than they are today. That's my belief. Don't take that as financial advice. So with this sort of opportunity, me mining at 12 terahashes, I believe I was going to generate 0.6 of a Bitcoin. So it worked out that I would have to actually I'd have to fork out sort of about $3,500 and get about 20 terahashes to 22 terahashes, and that would generate me one whole Bitcoin over the whole year. But unfortunately, I haven't got that sort of money to throw around today. So I thought, well, how can I do this? Now this, if you see here, Bitcoin, this is how much. So daily, that's how much Bitcoin I'm going to get. Weekly, monthly. So this is saying yearly, I should be getting 4 Bitcoin. For me, that is massive, you know, because I honestly believe at some point in the future these are going to be worth $25,000 to $50,000 sort of by the end of next year. Don't ask me where I've got them figures from. Just based on things that I've read, videos that I've watched, opinions, and what I have in my head of what the future is going to look like for Bitcoin. You can watch loads of YouTube videos out there where they say Bitcoin's going to be worth £1 million a coin, 100,000, 500,000. You know, these are all it could be. I'm not saying it's not, but realistically, I believe 25,000 to 50,000 in that sort of ballpark figure are going to be worth each coin. So if you own 4 of them and they were worth 50,000, then you're talking £200,000, which for me is in the UK, you're talking in the realms of almost buying a house outright, which means no mortgage costs. Obviously, you can get the bigger house for your family, and obviously I'm a dad of 5, so I wanna try and invest something today that can grow. This looks like Hashflare are giving me that opportunity. It's just whether obviously their website sticks to what they say they are, the difficulty stays as it is, and obviously the price of the coin either stays as it is or keeps going up. If the price of the coin keeps going up, the amount of time it's going to take you to earn your money back is going to become quicker and quicker. So I believe the last one said 61 days, but say if the Bitcoin price over Christmas went to 20,000, you might earn your money back within 35 days, which means 1 month later you've already earned your money back. Anything else after that is just pure profit. So if Hashflare do crash, if they get hacked, if Bitcoin drops off the end of the earth, at least you can say, well, I gave it a go, didn't work out, I tried, and you know what, it didn't actually cost me anything. That's my way of thinking. I want to try and invest my money into something that I can get my money back and then just run off the profit. Now, I know these figures, someone out there will probably say something like, Glenn, that's if you had, what did we say? 70,000 gigahash from day one, which you're not. You're going to have one day of gaining the 160 that we talked about, then the next day 160 on top of your 12 terahash. So it's a snowball effect. Towards the end of that year, whenever you start that contract, to the end of that year, that's the sort of level that you'll be running at. Which I don't know how it works, obviously, because I haven't got there or been there yet. But obviously that means you're going to have in your history sort of like 365 different contracts, because every time you reinvest it, it starts a new year, a 1 year contract from that date. So eventually you're just going to have hundreds and hundreds of these reinvestment contracts, which obviously I don't mind, but I wonder how Hashflare keep up with that. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to invest in this website. Someone on my YouTube channel, BitGlen, if you want to subscribe, there should be a little coin here that you can click to subscribe. One of the people that sort of follow my videos from the beginning, his name was Luda A. He said that he invested into Hashflare, and he's bought 88 terahashes. Hi Glenn, great news. I've decided to go ahead with Hashflare. I've just got my 88 terahashes, and I'm going to order another 70 soon. So he's going to have 150 terahash. I mean, you can't even buy 100 and you can only buy 100 terahash at a time, but you're looking at $15,000 as your original investment for 100 terahash. And to give you an idea, let's do so if he was, God, how do I work that out? 158,000, I think that's correct. Fees still at 14.25. Original investment cost, so that's going to cost him. It's going to cost him about $22,500, I believe. 22. That's what I'm getting wrong. 22,500. Sorry, Ludo. I hope you don't mind me openly disclosing your investment on this channel. I think I asked you once before, do you mind if I mention your things on video? And you said, yeah, it's fine. But he'd be looking at earning about 121,000 at the end of the year, but he would be getting daily 331. So potentially, if he did that reinvestment opportunity, $331 a day would get him, like 330, 2.2 terahashes a day on top of his 158. So within a year, he would, I can't even work that out, it's going to be 365 days times 2.2, 365 times 2.2, he's going to have 803 terahash, plus his original 158 that he's looking to put in. So you're talking 961 terahash, which is insane, and it makes me wonder, can Hashflare maintain this? Because that is a lot of terahashes to be dishing out to sort of one person, let alone all the thousands that are going on this website. So if they maintain this, then obviously it's very, very profitable. Even if you got to a point where you were like, right, do you know what? Like, say for me, if I was like earning, I don't know, 1 Bitcoin every 6 months to a year, then I'd probably say, right, do you know what? I'm going to start now taking some money out of it. So start keeping some of those Bitcoin and maybe just reinvest in it if it was doing that well for me. But obviously for me, that's an investment that it's only a year long. 2, it's not a huge amount. It's not asking you to keep re-putting in your own money. It's money that you're gaining through the investment. What I would like to do, and I don't know how best to do this, but I would love to invest that $1,800 into this site as if I was buying an Antminer S9, because if someone offered me an Antminer S9 now for $1,800, I'd be driving there and biting their arm off. So unfortunately that isn't probably going to happen before Christmas. And it's my opinion, and sorry I'm going on a bit, you may just think I just want to know how you make the money and just get out of this video, but that's fair enough. It's my opinion that over the Christmas period, so between Christmas and New Year, Bitcoin is going to shoot up in price. Whether that's, 20,000, 25,000, I don't know, but I believe that it's going to go up in price, which means your return on investment on this site is going to come to you a lot quicker. Why do I think that? Following the price of Bitcoin over the Thanksgiving weekend, which obviously was only an American holiday, a lot of teenagers and students, people, you know, techie, went home and said to their friends and family, oh yeah, I'm investing in this Bitcoin. People were like, well, what's Bitcoin? How does that work? How have you made money off it? You know, and then we saw that Coinbase became, in America anyway, the most downloaded app on the iPhone, on iOS devices. So it actually beat Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all those. It was the #1 downloaded app in America. Now you think Christmas, not that I'm saying everyone on this video is Christian, but all over the world between Christmas and New Year, so New Year's the main one because obviously everyone goes and meets up with friends and family at New Year, regardless of religion or race. Over that period, everyone's going to be going home, seeing friends, seeing family, and more people are going to talk about it. More and more people talk about it, more people say, yeah, I want to get involved in that. Therefore, more people are going to download either Coinbase or just invest into Bitcoin, and the price of Bitcoin is going to shoot up. That's my belief. I've got no statistics or anything to back that up. That's my opinion. So ideally, I wanted to start mining ASAP, and Hashflare look like going to be the only route that I can go down as it currently stands, because Genesis Mining are sold out, Bitmain are all sold out. So Hashflare are offering me the opportunity to mine Bitcoin, and I can reinvest the profits every day. What I would like to do is gain my 1,800 back as soon as possible. So if I can accumulate my Bitcoin, transfer it into my Exodus wallet, and then cash it out, so I've got the money back, put that back onto my card, so I can say to my wife or friends and family, look, I spent 1,800 on this website. After a couple months, I got it back. I put it back on that card, so you know I've only missed that money for 2 months, and then anything from that point onwards is just all profit. So if this does crash, if I lose loads of Bitcoin because of it, you know, I can say, well, at least I paid that money back I borrowed. So the only way I'm going to really lose out on this is if something happens between December and February. So if I invest my 1,800 today, come February, or say you know next week, if in a couple of days time Hashflare crashes, it gets hacked, anything like that, then I'd be like, oh, I've just put 1,800 into that website and I've just lost it all. Then obviously I'd be gutted. But as long as they maintain what they say they're going to do for the next 2 months, then I'm going to gain my money back, hopefully, and then the rest of it is just all profit. And that's when I'll be clicking the reinvest button and just getting the money to keep ticking over. So that's where I'm at, guys. That's what I'm thinking of doing. Let me know your thoughts on what your investment opportunities are at the moment and what you feel is the best route. I get loads of messages and comments every day through my YouTube channel. One asking for advice. I'm not a professional cryptocurrency person. I just watch a lot of videos and read a lot at the moment. So I'm learning as fast as I can, but at the moment it's taken over my life. But I am obviously a dad and a friend and a husband, and I work, so I'm doing all of this in my spare time. So I try my best to get back to everyone, and I'd love to hear all your feedback. If you do feel that this is a good opportunity, which I believe it is, and I think everyone should get involved in this, even if you just invest a very small amount of money, you can go over to my channel, any of my videos. So this video down below, there'll be in the description box, there'll be a little link that you can follow. So if you let's come out of this. Let's go to my channel. If you go to my video, there's a link that you can follow. Now, if you click on that link, what happens is it takes you to Hashflare, obviously, but it will pay me a commission in Bitcoin or hash power. There we go. So if you went to one of my videos, it's the one that says start mining with Hashflare here. Click this link. You click that link, it takes you to the site. You don't pay any extra. It doesn't cost you anything to do it, but it gains me a little bit of extra hash power that I can reinvest, obviously, for the following day. So please use that link if you want to. If you don't want to, fine, that's absolutely fine. I'm not trying to push this on anyone, but obviously if you're watching this video and say you didn't, you don't want to leave me a tip or say, oh, thanks Glenn, here's a tenner or whatever, but if you click that link and you do buy, then actually I'll probably receive a small tip. So thank you if you have used that site. If I just show you, because I'm trying to be as transparent as I can be on my website, on my YouTube channel, I have actually received, if I go to, no, where is it, referrals. So out of that link that's down below, that one there, I've actually had 26 people from YouTube click on that link. I've had 3 people that have actually registered to Hashflare through that 26 people, and 2 people have actually made purchases. And for that, they have paid me 0.00175 of a Bitcoin, which is about $25. So thank you very much for those 2 people. But if you're watching this and you want to help me out with my journey, you're going to help me get to my 1 Bitcoin a year that I'm trying to get to. So thank you very much for that. So anyway, that's enough of me rambling on. If you want to follow me, you can do that on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all BitGlen. Comment down below, subscribe to this channel if you want to see my videos daily, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. So see you later guys, bye.